Today we're going to be talking about UAMY. I'm going to be diving into the charts, showing you guys what I'm seeing, what we can expect in terms of price targets, price channels, lines of support and resistance, and all of that fun stuff. Why are we talking about this stock today? Well, specifically because people are asking for it. So I don't know what you guys know that I don't know, because I've looked up the news for this stock and there really isn't any. So we're just going to be breaking down the chart today, showing you guys what I'm seeing, and hopefully you like what I'm saying. Hi, I'm not a financial advisor. This is my visor. Now let's hop right into the charts. So at the moment, we currently have the 180-day 4-hour chart on the screen for UAMY. The reason why I like looking at these far back charts to start is because these give us crucial information on price levels that were put in place months ago, whereas if we were only looking at this stuff right here, we wouldn't see all these crucial price levels that I'm about to draw in really quickly. So obviously these price levels are well below where the stock is currently trading, but you can see this peak right here. If I just draw a line in that looks to be around 73 cents, you can see that it touches it right here, obviously. And then basically, what is this, mid to late January? It is just bouncing off of this line and it can't seem to break through it. Once it breaks through in mid-January, it ends up coming back to this 73-cent line, touches it, comes back up, touches it again in early February. So that's why I like looking at these charts far back, because they can show us stuff that if we just looked at this, we wouldn't be able to see up close. I'm not really going to focus on any other price levels below that, because at the moment we're trading at $1.13. So if we zoom in just a little bit, again, still on this 180-day 4-hour chart, if we look at these peaks right here, actually this looks like a pretty nice price level. We're looking at around, let's just call it a nice dollar even. Back in late January, when we broke above the 73-cent level, we were unable to break through the dollar level. Now, whole dollars, just in general, from a psychological standpoint, are just natural lines of support and resistance. That's just kind of how it works. So just keep that in mind for like any stock. So in this instance, it was the dollar. And as you can see here, if you've watched any of my other videos on any other stock that involves technical analysis, I do say that whenever stocks do break trend, they break trend. You see fat candles in either direction, on the downside or the upside. So this is what happened here. Basically mid-February, it broke it and it climbed all the way up to 256 and is now, it's fairly volatile actually. So this is a good stock to day trade / swing trade. I'm not really going to talk about if this is like a long-term hold or not. That's about all I want to look at on this 180-day chart. If we zoom in to the 20-day 1-hour chart, this is the meat and potatoes. This is what has been happening as of late. So what I'm going to do first, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a note right here. See, this green line is the 200-day moving average, and this blue line is the 50-day moving average. So what we can see here is the 200-day moving average crosses above the 50-day moving average. Now, what that is known as, unfortunately, it's known as the death cross. So that's a bit unfortunate. If these were reversed, and if this was the 50-day moving average that's crossing the 200-day moving average, that's known as the golden cross, which is a good sign. As you might have guessed from the death cross name, not great. That doesn't mean that the stock is doomed and it's terrible and it's going back to zero. That just means that at the moment, while it's crossed, it is in a bearish market. Does not mean that it can't come back from that, but at the moment you can see when it crossed right here on this day, which was last Wednesday, it's kind of been not doing too hot. So just figured I'd throw that out there. So now let's look into some support and resistance lines. I'm drawing the Fibonacci retracements. Again, if you have watched any of my videos, you know that I love these. These are basically just soft support and resistance lines. Don't put a whole lot of stock in them. because obviously the stocks do move above and below them, but these are just lines that stocks tend to hit and use as support and resistance. So, and as you can see, this stock is using it as a T. It basically just trades in between these as channels. I like to refer to these as steps, if you will, because that's sort of how stocks use them. They use them as steps either on the way up here, or you can see they use them as steps on the way down. So at the moment, market is still open. It is Monday, March 8th. We have about 10 minutes left, so I'm not anticipating any major moves. But currently, we are at $1.11. So if we zoom in a little closer, you can see that this $1.16 line seems to be a line of support and resistance that the stock doesn't really know what the heck to do. You can see these past 3 days, this blue line is the dollar line, which again we drew in at the 180-day level, and it's clearly, it bounced off it 3 times in 3 days. And at the moment, it's currently using this dollar as support, and unfortunately, it's using this $1.16 as resistance. So it's really only trading in a 16-cent range at the moment. If and when it breaks above this $1.16 line, look for the next level of resistance to be look for the next level of resistance to be 143 as the next line up. But if we wanted to get a little bit closer, we can see right here, if I'm just going to draw a quick price level, you can see that the $1.25 seems to be pretty. Again, same thing with like whole numbers, 25, 50, 75 in terms of stocks. Those are psychological breakpoints that, for whatever reason, those are just like natural lines of support and resistance, especially on a stock this small. So after we break the 116 on the way up, the next level that I would be looking for is 125. If and when we break that, the next level I'd be looking for is 143. And then as far as the bear case scenario, if for whatever reason it keeps going down, look for that $1 price level to be pretty strong, because not only was this put in place a couple months ago, but this is just a solid number. It's a whole number. I would have to imagine it's going to take a lot to break through that, but it doesn't mean that it can't. So I hope this video helped answer some of your guys' questions on where this stock could possibly be going in the near term. Again, depending on how this video does, I will definitely make another technical analysis video sometime later on in the future if this video does get enough love. And then if it definitely gets enough love, I'll definitely just do like a company profile on what the heck the company is. In more detail, and then I'll go into the fundamentals. So let me know down in the comments below if you want to see either of those videos, and as always, I will see you guys next video.